go back to 2 Peter 2 and 4 again. All right, so we're going to read this again. This is 2 Peter 2 and 4. For the Most High spare not the angels that sin, but cast them down to hell and deliver them in the chains of darkness to be reserved unto judgment. So, it's like the brother was getting into, you know, we're considered the angels of the Lord because why? Because we're the messengers, all right? And what's the message that we're relaying? Well, that first of all, the truth ain't for everybody, man. That the Lord has his preserved, who he predestinated to receive salvation. Just like he predestinated and reserved judgment or destruction, not only for the 2/3 of the nation of Israel, but for the other nations, or the heathens, right along with the 2/3. You know, starting with the so-called white man, right down to the fucking Chinese. You know? Because these other nations, they're fucking heathen, man. And 2/3 of our people, just like the other nations, they worship the so-called white man. Majority of our people are messed up on this image, Tezzeret, you know? Which is no more than an idol. It's not biblical. Aside for the fact that he's a fucking Edomite, he was set up as an idol, and those who worship him are going to be destroyed. That's what the scripture's got to say about this, or about idolatry, or setting up another power that's not really the Most High. But see, that's what these other nations do, because they don't really got a power. It's in their nature to be demons, you know.
Second Ezra 1 and 40. Nahum and Sophonias and Aegeus, Zachary and Malachi, which is called also an angel of the Lord.
This is to prove another point again, that the angels also can refer to the Israelites.
Second Peter 2 and 4. For the Most High spare not the angels that sin, but cast them down to hell.
The hell is America, okay? Ecclesiastes 3 about under the earth. Okay, because the Most High, when he created the earth through the sun and the angels, which were the elect, okay? They didn't create anything called hell, okay?
3 and 14. Ecclesiastes 3 and 14. I know that whatsoever the Most High doeth, it shall be forever. Nothing can be put to it, nor anything taken from it. The Most High doeth it, that men should fear before him. That which hath been is now, and that which is to be hath already been. The Most High requireth that which is past.
Just to touch on the fucking clown named Brother Josh, he claims that Babylon isn't America, but we can do that time and time again through the scriptures, man. We definitely think that which has been
is now. It says Ecclesiastes 3 and 15, that which hath been is now, and that which is to be hath already been.
And all America is the amalgamation of every kingdom that rule on the planet Earth.
Exactly.
Because why is that? Because all the nations are here that rule other kingdoms, okay? And also their philosophies, their ideologies, okay? Their building structures, their architecture. It's all here in America. And it's a combination of every kingdom that rule on the planet Earth.
See if I can find something in this book, as you said. Basically, America, man, America was set up to be a so-called great place, man. All right. Why do you think you had the guys like Paul Warburg? All right. They set up the Federal Reserve in a place called Jekyll Island. You know, because they knew that they're going to be able to profit out of America, man. So, but at this point in time, America isn't what the scriptures would call a golden city, you know? It's not that place of murk no more. At one time it was. At one time America was the place to go, you know? You wanted so-called all these freedoms and liberties, which really, that it was all bullshit. You know, this was basically a center for wickedness. That's really what America was. That's why they say you have freedom. Freedom for what? Freedom for wickedness, really, when it comes down to it. Because here in America, you can practice this religion. You could practice this belief. Basically, anything that comes to your mind, you could basically exercise here in America. Notice how the scriptures talk about if you're a murderer, you're supposed to be put to death. Esau don't even really follow that. If you're a murderer, all right, unless you're a Jake, you know. But if you're a murderer, half the time they put you in jail and they just keep you alive, you know. But really, if you're a murderer, according to the scriptures, you're supposed to be put to death, you know. There's a difference between actually a righteous killing and actually murdering somebody, you know? But America is just a complete filth and wasteland, full of just wickedness. From its judicial system, okay, its court system, to every law that it has set up and established. And it's all headed by the so-called white man. Really, to take it further than that, it's all these Edomites, whether it be the Rockefellers or the Rothschilds, all right? Because they're the ones who control the monetary system. All right, so really it all goes back to the so-called white man. That's why that devil, that Rothschild, his name just slipped my mind, when he said, basically, give me a nation's wealth and I care not who makes it laws, you know? Yeah, Khan. Now, the point of that is, if you control a nation's monetary system, you do make the laws. You say what goes, because you can pass that bitch. All right? Which is what they did in that 1929. All right? Now, I got this book. It's called How to Prepare for the Coming Crash by this Edomite named Robert L. Preston. And this book was printed and published in the 1970s. And we know, according to prophecy, when America actually went into space, all right, with the Apollo mission, that was the beginning of the decline of America. And this devil basically goes into the Rothschilds, all right, in the Federal Reserve, and how that there's gonna be another coming crash by design, you know? But we know that's true pursuant to the scriptures. And this devil breaks down basically how these other nations, there's gonna come a time where they're not gonna wanna do trade with America. You wanna know why? Because their currency is shit. Their currency right now, I believe, is what, 4 cents? So these other nations' currencies, they got more backing in their dollar than America does. So why are they gonna give and trade their money for your money when you're giving them less? And they're giving you more. So all these other nations are gonna come up against America. All right? So the point of the matter is America, aka Babylon, is going down. That's why when you read in Jeremiah, there's no balm for her pain. Alright? Yeah, well, fuck her. Alright? Fuck that fucking devil, man. But she got a kid? She got a kid over there? That's not her? Oh, she the bitch behind her. Yeah, alright, well, fuck her. Alright? She'd be an idiot to try and come back over here after last week, you know?
That's how you went the whole line.
But anyway, the point is, man, America is getting ready to be destroyed. So our objective is to try and bring in the elect. We don't care about nobody else. The scriptures, the Lord don't care about nobody else besides saving and bringing those into the truth whom He already predestinated. But He set up His men to do that, to do the fishing, all right? So we have become what? Fishers of men. So somebody get me that in Jeremiah the 16th chapter. All right? The Lord set up men, starting with GMS, all right, to bring in the elect. And it's funny, how this dude went into the coming crash of America, right? It was published in the 1970s, and I mentioned how Esau started going into space, right? And the Lord said, hence shall I bring thee down, right?